I feel like I'm at home. Yahweh, Komodada, for being here. I want to give honor where honor is due. Kile, His Excellency, Ambassador Silk, and everyone that also came along with us. I want to thank MEI for this opportunity to speak and to meet other nuclear affected community members, as well as all of you who are working to stop the proliferation of nuclear weapons. Even though I'm a Bikinian, excuse me, I have never seen my home Atoll. Today I live in Missouri with my 4 children, my beautiful wife. Our people are scattered all over the place. We are in Arkansas, we are in Washington, we are in Oklahoma, we are in Hawaii, and we are on a small island called Kile in the Marshall Islands. We are everywhere. Where's our home? My people cannot return back home because it is very unsafe, just as you heard our previous speaker speak about it. There's no life. There's nothing we can do. Every time I talk about this subject, it gets me. You get to go to a place where you call home. I call this place home, but it's really not my home. It'll always be unsafe for thousands of years. My kids can't even go there. Land is important to the Bikini people. Matter of fact, it's important to all Marshallese people. It shows who we are. That's where we get our identity. There are plenty stories about the Bikini told by our elders. One talks about, I love this one. The Bikini reef god and the healing properties of the water in Bikini Lagoon itself. How people would dive to the bottom of the lagoon and place its water in a vial and wear it around their neck, just as I'm wearing this necklace right now. It's just for protection and healing. I've heard about how the elders would swim freely in the lagoon. About how the old men would chant, or what we would call roro, just so that they don't get bitten by the sharks. Those stories are now fewer as our elders are passing on. What stories will I tell my grandchildren is a question that comes in my mind. What stories about my home am I able to share to my children's children? I see photos of Bikini and the removal of my people by the U.S. military. I hear stories about my elders when asked if they would give up their lands temporarily for the good of mankind and world peace. My elders responded with these very words: everything is in God's hands. Or what we say, menodum jejarajulupin anich. We abbreviate it and we say Moriba, which has become a motto for the Bikini people. This phrase, everything is in God's hands, I hear it a lot as a pastor, my line of work, as I visit people in the hospitals, with loved ones in the intensive care units, hearing bad news from the doctors. You know what they tell me? Everything is now in God's hands. People say that when they lose hope. But people tend to use those words all the time because it was passed down. But having to imagine what my elders went through, they didn't just lose hope. We lost our home. We lost our identity. We lost our pride. We lost our home. So that's why we say everything is in God's hands. We will be silent no more. We will proudly raise our voice and say these words, Moriba. Our people also have an anthem. Ichepermol ayat. The translations of that is no longer can I stay. It's true. It's often sung at Nuclear Victims Remembrance Day or at Bikini Day when the Bikini people commemorate our removal. It is an emotional song that talks about loss. No longer can I stay. I'm a father of 4. I can't imagine what it was like for the men to gather their family, being rushed to get their stuff, to evacuate this place for the goodness of mankind. I can't imagine the promises that were made to the children saying, hey guys, it's okay. You're with daddy. We're gonna go to this place. We'll be back home. Well, guess what? That promise has still never been met. We're still not back home. Where is home? I don't have one. I'm not only a Bikinian, but I'm also Ronglapis, a neighboring island to the Bikini Atoll. I have a member at my church that his mom was only 4 years old when these things happened, and she shares her stories all around the world. She shares the story of her Uncle John on Jane, which was the mayor at the time. He was getting ready to go out to fish. He and another fisherman, they were about to have coffee when they saw a glare of big, beautiful lights. And with that light was a following rushing wind that moved so many people, swayed the trees, startled the village. And following that wind was a loud bang. Boom. That woke up the whole village. Children crying, people running around, panicking, not knowing what to do. Mushroom cloud. After that loud noise, everyone went back to doing what they were doing when there was a fallout. Children playing in the fallout thinking it was a snow. They've never seen snow before. They wanted to see snow. The fallout took hours. Trees turned white. The ground turned white. They were told not to eat anything from the land, but only to eat the processed food that were given. Food shortage was big. They had no choice. They had to go fish. They had to climb the coconut trees. Getting blisters in their mouths, babies being born deformed, looking like animals. But I want to thank God that everything is still in His hands. Thank you for coming, and thank you for caring about the Marshallese people. Komoltada.
Komoltada, Pastor Paul. Our next guest speaker is Ms. Setsuko Shimamoto. Setsuko Shimamoto, 74, is a resident of the city of Kochi. Her father